It's been a long road, but History Channel's hit medieval action thriller Vikings is at last preparing to enter its final phase. After the devastating cliffhanger of the show's latest mid-season finale, however, there are a few questions that still need answering. At the climax of the Best Laid Plans, which serves as the show's penultimate finale, the long-building conflict between the Rus and the Scandinavians boiled over into a catastrophic battle, one that saw brooding anti-villain Ivar the Boneless push a sword through his half-brother and series mainstay Bjorn Lothbrok. Although the wound certainly looked fatal, however, the camera didn't linger quite long enough to confirm Bjorn's death. Of course, this is the biggest and most pressing issue that the back half of Season 6 will have to address, the fate of Bjorn. In the world of television, it's always best to maintain a healthy skepticism regarding character deaths, and Vikings has always been a particularly blatant offender when it comes to death fakeouts. One theory, deriving largely from the episode's title, argues that the big battle between Norway and the Rus might have taken place entirely in Bjorn's head. That seems like an awful lot of budget to spend on a daydream, however, although it certainly underscores the skepticism some fans maintain about the finality of this character's so-called death. The most recent episodes of Vikings may have dealt with the war between the Vikings and the Rus, but there's one major conflict that still needs wrapping up. Back on Season 1 of Vikings, Ragnar's journey across the sea culminated in the brutal sack of Lindisfarne, a historical event that marked the beginning of the Viking Age in England. In the wake of Ragnar's death at the hand of Northumbria's King Aila, his sons led a massive-scale invasion of England known in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle as the Great Heathen Invasion. By and large, these events were dramatized on Vikings Season 4. Vikings also went to great pains to introduce Alfred, the grandson of King Ecbert and the only English monarch in history to earn the nickname the Great. Alfred's great accomplishment in his life was the preservation of England in the face of a rampaging Scandinavian horde. And which of Ragnar's two historical sons figured the most predominantly in the struggle against Alfred's Wessex? Ubba and Ivar, played on Vikings by Jordan Patrick Smith and Alex Hugh Anderson, respectively. Whether or not Bjorn survives to appear in the second half of Viking Season 6, the war between the Katterguts and the Rus is clearly poised to reach a quick conclusion. The real question remaining is whether Ubba and Ivar will set their enmities aside to take the war back to Alfred in the shores of England. Aside from Bjorn, one other death may have occurred during the mid-season finale, that of King Harald Finehair. In this episode, King Harald sustained grave injuries amid the chaos of the battle for Vestfold, with the Rus invading from the beach and the river and ultimately overwhelming the Viking army. King Harald put up a valiant fight but was badly wounded. Erik attempted to rescue King Harald as their forces retreated, but the king told Erik to save himself.
Save yourself, Skogarmar. Find yourself another home. Find yourself another home.
So here's the question, did King Harald really die? Will Erik, who historically wasn't ever a Norse king, try his hand at claiming the throne in the wake of Harald's death? Or will something else happen entirely? Vikings showrunner Michael Hurst hasn't confirmed or denied whether King Harald or Bjorn had actually died during the mid-season finale, but he did tell TV Guide that fans will learn the truth soon enough. Hurst said, "We've seen the power of the Rus. A lot of Vikings are killed, and Harald and Bjorn are certainly extremely, seriously wounded and likely to die. But what happens after that is saved for episode 11. Vikings is scheduled to return for its final 10 episodes sometime later in 2020. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.